Now, I want to speak a little bit about Al Green and how he disrupted the president when he was addressing Congress. I want to speak a little bit about Al Green. Not going to take me long, because Al Green is he's stuck on Medicaid, all right, and the poor people, all right. And I don't want to make nobody mad here, but from my understanding, Mr. Al Green, okay, people that is on Medicaid ain't really done nothing. They ain't really did no work. They have people on Medicaid, and I know people, a lot of people on Medicaid have lived their whole life and they really contribute. They ain't really pay no taxes. They ain't really did no work. They ain't really had no job. Yeah, they poor because they ain't never done nothing to not be poor. Huh? I got a brother on Medicaid. All right. But what he done with his life? Nothing. When he was a young man, he really ain't done nothing. Huh? He wouldn't go to school, so he didn't finish school. They had no education. He did a lot of farm work. Huh? He had some job that paid him under the table, but he never paid nothing into the system. People on Medicare, Medicaid, have never really paid anything into the system. Hmm? They never had no real job, or if they did, they didn't work it that long. They ain't pay no state taxes. They ain't pay no federal taxes. They ain't pay no Medicare taxes. Huh? Them are people that been living from pillar to post. I'm not saying they didn't work, but the work that they did, they didn't pay no taxes. They probably got a lot of jobs under the table. Hmm? So now they can't get nothing but Medicaid. They're not eligible for Medicare. All right, they get if they're drawing Social Security, they get very little, maybe about $400 or $500 a month. Sometimes less than that. I know some people on Medicaid, they ain't getting but $300 and some dollars a month in Social Security. Why? Because they ain't putting they ain't putting nothing in. You can only get out what you put in. Huh? Why should government care about you when you ain't never did no work? When you ain't paid into the system? No. My brother getting Medicaid. My brother never had no real job. Huh? He don't get that much Social Security. And not that I'm down in people like that. They probably need medical attention. But you got to realize they really have done nothing in life that was beneficial so they could get Medicare, all right? So they could get a decent Social Security check. Hmm? So I can understand you, Mr. Al Green, you fighting for those folks, okay? But those folks really didn't fight for themselves when they had the chance. Well, what was they doing in their 20s and the 30s and the 40s in the 50s. What have they done over the past 40 years? Hmm? You fighting for the government to take care of somebody that ain't never really done nothing, ain't really never done no work, huh? Been basically sitting on their ass most of their life, all right? Working jobs under the table, trying to beat the system, okay? Now you want you need help from the system, but while you was able to work, you did everything you could to beat the system. You did everything you could not to pay taxes, huh? And make a long story short, um, I wouldn't be surprised if Al Green get fired for the outburst that he made, interrupting the president, shutting his whole speech down, okay, momentarily, and he had to be escorted out by the sergeant of arms. I wouldn't be surprised if he fired, if he get fired. You talk about he's ready to accept the penalty. The penalty could be your job, all right? Because President Trump, nor Vance, neither one of them liked that shit, and none of the Republicans liked it. Yeah, because you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to make an outburst because you got several. You're a congressman, all right. You have a platform that can be addressed, huh? You didn't have to make an outburst, okay? Making a scene, standing up, shouting, screaming, and pointing your stick at the president over what? Over Medicaid? Medicaid is for folks they ain't never did nothing with their life. They ain't never really done no work. They ain't never really paid into the system. Yeah. And Medicaid don't do that much to begin with. It just put a band-aid on the situation. Hmm? It's not real good health care to begin with. But it's better than having none at all. Okay. So that's my message to you. All right, Mr. Al Green, you was absolutely wrong for interrupting the president while he was making his speech because you had other platforms that you could use, okay, to state your claim. And that's all I got to say about that. What I say today is just my personal opinion about the situation. All right. You don't interrupt the president while he's making the speech. All right. You should be bigger than that. You've been in politics for the past 20 some years. Man, please. Boy, bye.